The Life in 5 podcast is proudly presented by Southland Shopping Centre in South Penrith. It's my local and a true community favourite. It's got everything you need in one easy stop. It's got good food, all the everyday essentials, and plenty of local businesses doing it right. Whether you're sorting dinner, knocking over the weekly shop, or just chasing a good coffee, Southlands makes it easy. Do yourself a favour and swing by Southland Shopping Centre. It's local, convenient, in the heart of South Penrith, and tell them MG sent you.
First time in Bali. It was.
Did Frankie go?
No, Frankie didn't go. He was
Frankie, come on, mate. He was too busy with Union. Mr. Oceana.
Too busy with the bundas in the backyard.
Welcome back to Life in 5, the podcast where we dive into 5 key moments via photographs that have shaped some of the biggest names in the sport, media, and beyond. I'm MG, and today's guest, well, he's a fantastic man. He's a premiership winning forward and one of the toughest, most respected competitors of his era. A player who built his career on resilience, hard work, and doing the unseen stuff that wins big games. He was also my roommate for a lot of this time. It brings me great pleasure to introduce the one, the only, Tony Big T Puletua.
Hey, MG.
Hello,
it's
mate.
Good to see you, brother.
Tell me, before we get into your photos, what have you been up to, brother? Like, you got back from overseas in what, 15, from playing overseas?
2015.
Who was that, with St Helens?
No, I ended up finishing at Hull KR.
Okay.
But I was on loan from Salford. From Salford.
Okay.
And then went over, did a stint, probably the last 5-6 months of that season with Hull KR, and finished up there, and then we moved back.
What have you been doing for work these last 10 years?
No, life's been good. I think there was always opportunities for me to go back into, the coaching space and, stay within the game. But I wanted to do something different. I wanted to get away from the game. And I was quite fortunate that my oldest brother, Billy, he already had his company already established. And they were in the service game for air conditioning, fire protection.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, building maintenance and all of that
So you slipped straight back in?
Yeah, so I just asked if I could jump on board with them and do a bit of work with them for a bit. And, and then while I was doing it, I was just assisting with a lot of the technicians at the time, AC techs. And then I turned to my brother and his business partner, and I just said, "Hey, you know what? Throw me in the course.
Okay.
I'll do my ticket."
So you did a trade and an older age apprenticeship.
Yeah, did an apprenticeship in air
37?
conditioning. Mate, it was the weirdest thing ever. I was going to TAFE 1 day a week, working the other 4, and I don't know about working, but yeah, I was turning up.
Well, I mentioned in the intro that you were my roommate, and I remember coming back from Perth in the summer of '97. It was, and Royce got me aside and he said, "I've got a couple of kids I want you to look after." And you and your brother Frankie were 2 of them. There was Reese Wesser, there was Frankie Peterson, there was who else? Dave Elvey, there was Ned Kadich. And we used to work out, and then he told us, he said, got me and Scott Sattler in his room. He said, when we go away to away games, I'm going to room Big T with you, MG. I said, great. And he said, but Sats, I want you to, every time you see him, get in their room and start fucking roughing him up a bit, because under that big monster, he needs to be like, he's going to explode. But I want you to do it. You didn't have no idea, did you?
I had no idea until you just said it.
But you'd be going, what's Sats going on here again? They come in with no shirt on, going, let's go!
And this is before the games too. And I'm like, Sats, what are you doing, mate? You're trying to punch holes, and I had no idea what was going on. And so every away game, Satsy would always come knocking on the door.
And you say, don't open it.
Yeah, don't
open it. I said, who was it? He goes, I said, Sats.
Well, I didn't know you were in on it too. And you'd let Satsy come in and just... Oh, man.
So then in the end, you started to fight back and go, no more.
Yeah. Well,
so method in Royce's madness.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Simo, eh?
What about that time, and I don't know if it's one of your photos or not, but I might be jumping ahead here, that game we played against the Tigers in 2000, when we were getting beat 31-6 at half-time, and we won 32 I think that was one of your best performances I've ever seen from you.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I used to, I was at a point there where I loved the Sunday games, and we just...
Like 3 o'clock Sunday or 4 o'clock Sunday, yeah.
Just so happened to be playing that Sunday against Tigers. There was a big home crowd, and, you know, it was on Channel 9, and I just thought, you know what, let's go out there and have some fun.
You did.
Let's go out there and have some fun
today.
You
had spiders on you. I think you said, how many tries you score? 3?
I scored 2.
Set up 6.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing game. I they often play it again on Fox replays, and I make sure I record it because we were gone. Hopper scores.
Yeah.
Does that was
he was doing the
try
rock.
celebrations.
He was doing the rock.
And then Matty Adamson pushed him out of the way and said, no, not in our watch.
Yeah.
And then at half time we're going, 31
Man,
6.
we were getting carved.
But the second half was another. Right, Big T, let's go to your photos, mate. This first photo, tell us who is in the photo and why is it so special to you, big man?
This photo is just back in New Zealand of me and my siblings. You got my 3 brothers there and my sister. But you know they're the ones that they would always push you. You know your siblings are the best because they're always honest with you, and you know they helped me so much growing up. Obviously, you know we're all in the same house, and yeah, they were just a really important part of the start of my football career as well.
Where are you in this? What number do you come in at the top with 5 kids?
I'm the second youngest.
Okay.
So
Frankie's youngest. Oh, Frankie's older than you.
Yeah, Frankie's
older.
Yeah.
So that's you in the blue shirt?
Yeah, blue shirt there.
Okay.
At the front. And yeah, the baby.
And whereabouts in New Zealand did you grow up?
Auckland, or West Auckland, in Kelston.
Okay.
Yeah, Kelston area. Yeah,
and was it a rough and tumble area?
No, it wasn't too bad. You know, there was it was a good area where we lived, and Cobham Crescent.
Cobham?
Yeah, Cobham Crescent.
Cobham Boys Home.
Yeah, so you know, grew up with a lot of guys that they had, you know,
a lot of
I
love
think they
too,
all, yeah, they ended up moving over to Australia as well after we did. So,
do you remember the time? Who was it who said to you, "We're going to Australia"? Was it mum or your dad?
Mum and dad. Yeah, so they had made the decision to move over, and they told us at the start of the year 1991. The start of 91.
How old were you?
I was 10 or 11, I think.
So you could have played Origin.
Hey?
You could have played Origin.
Yeah, I know.
You were before your 13th birthday.
I know.
You could play Origin then.
I know. Would have been special.
Oh, you'd have been awesome in Origin.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn about that decision because I've always seen the Origin game as Australian game. You know, it's an Aussie game, and you know, for the Aussie players. So
look, I was as well, but when I played, I retired in 2000. There's probably 4% Polynesian in the game.
Yeah, at that time.
Now there's close to 52%.
Yeah,
we've got to get with the time. Like,
yeah,
like really.
Yeah, well,
I mean, everyone's coming earlier.
So
everyone's, you know, and I show that's what the only reason I think it's got to happen.
Yeah,
I think it's got to happen.
Definitely.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
and a lot of people will agree with you.
We've got to go with the times, and the game's changed so much, and you know, and now you get to, it's almost like the NBA All-Star game where you get to see your favorite players.
Yeah.
From all different nations, all play in that same arena now.
Well, when it first came, when we found out earlier in the year that Origin was going to change, biggest change in Origin in 45 years, my first reaction was, "Come on, man, why?"
Yeah.
But then I thought, you know what? And everyone was saying, "Oh, it's going to be like a glamorized All-Star game," but it's not. Yeah. Once Origin hits, man,
yeah, it's different. Eh?
Well, imagine seeing Adam Fanua-Blake in the front row with Hakeem Haas.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So yeah, look. So this is your first photo.
Be awesome to see.
It'd be great to see. How close are you now to all your siblings?
Oh, we're all super close. You know, we get together every single week.
Every week?
Yeah, we go out and see Mum. Mum's over at St. Mary's.
Yep.
Yeah, so we go out there. We catch up.
Great.
Every Sunday, so it's good. Yeah.
Do a bit of a sing along or
very close bunch. Oh, I don't know. The other guys are not too good at singing.
You're voice to men.
Hey?
You sing voice to men. Give us a little bit. Now. You've come to the end.
Oh, it's nothing but singing in the showers now, MG.
Well, again, that was the first time I'd ever seen a boombox in the
Oh,
dressing
yeah,
rooms.
yeah.
In
So it goes way back then.
2000. Oh, we started to get the boombox. I went, wow, how good's this?
Yeah.
Let's go on to your second photo, Mr. T. Tell us who's in this photo and why, again, is this special to you, brother?
So it's basically just representing, like, my sister's not in this, but my mum in the middle there. And this is pretty much life after Dad passed. And, just how strong and, my mum has been the rock of our family for such a long time. And just the things that she's had, had to endure through that 10-year period where she lost, I think, 3 of her siblings as well. And then obviously my dad passed. So it was just in honor of Mum. Mum in that photo.
It's fantastic. Is Mum, obviously Mum's a rock, and your brothers and your sister and your families get together as much as you can. What's the first memory when I talk about your dad? What's your first memory of him? And how long ago did he pass? 10?
2012.
Okay, so 13 years, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
What's your first thing I say when you say your dad, T? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Just love, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just such a loving man. It was very tough. The way he raised us, ruled with a iron fist. Just especially with my career, my football career, starting off. Dad was just he was so tough. Like games I wasn't playing well, I'll come off and I'll get a hiding on the sideline. And it was a shock to a lot of people too, because this is when I was playing at St. Mary's, so no one had ever seen anything like
teenager.
that before. Yeah, and so that was the price of not playing well, to my dad anyway.
So mine was similar. My dad would, if I had a bad game, he wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah,
He would just be tough love, and
Yeah.
he'd go like, I'd always got. Mum would go, "It's okay, darling, you're man of the match."
yeah,
Even though I wasn't, but our dads are always that hard
Yeah.
taskmaster, and it's they are tough. Do you remember any? Was there one thing that stood out to you when you said to yourself, "I don't think I can do this anymore"? Or
No, not for me. It became a big challenge, because I think I was always chasing that validation from Dad. Because he would never say it, and I know he would say it to everyone else but me.
really,
Yeah. So then, that early stages of my career was all about chasing Dad's validation.
Yep.
So it became a real driving force for me in my career. So, but yeah, it was just
that's all you knew. But
all to hear him say,
great game, T.
"You're good, son."
What do you call you, Tony
You're
or
good.
T?
Uh,
What was his nickname for you? What was his nickname for you?
No, he just called me son. But yeah, son when I played all right.
And when
I
you
don't know what he
fucking- when you
could.
didn't-
All these curse words, man. Samoan.
Samoan. Mate, it's a beautiful photo. This looks recent too. How long ago was this photo?
This was just before 2018 or 19 or something.
Just before COVID.
Yeah,
Oh,
just before COVID.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
so that was a cruise that we went on.
Was that good?
It was awesome.
You
We had
always go
like
to-
40
you
or
always-
50 members of our family.
We just
on
come back
that.
from Bali, didn't you, with the family
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, we just
All
got back
family
from
as
Bali.
well?
Yeah, all the family. Yeah, we took the kids, and first time in Bali. It was
Did Frankie go?
no, Frankie didn't go. He was too
Frankie,
busy.
come on, mate.
He was
Too busy with Union. Mr. Oceana.
too busy with the bundas in the backyard. No, Frankie didn't. He didn't make it out. He had a fair bit on with rugby, so he missed out. But the rest of us went.
That's awesome, mate. This is a great photo. I love that photo.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you get the recognition from your dad after this?
Yeah, I did, but he still, he didn't really say it,
Yep.
but I could see that he was so proud.
So we're looking at a photo of you holding the Winfield Cup, the where's the bloody Telstra Cup?
it?
Yeah, Proven Summons.
Yeah.
And I mean, this was a fun. I've spoken to like maybe 5 or 6 from this team. I've spoken to Gowie. Who else have we spoken to? Sammy, Sats.
So, do you have Louis on there?
Luke Lewis,
Louis,
Joey Nolavau,
Joey G.
And there's the whole common consensus from everyone I've spoken to on this was that there was a turning point in the year. Do you remember what that turning point was?
I don't know.
You lost I think they said you lost the first 3 or 4 in a row, and then there was a Roosters game.
Oh, yeah, Roosters game at Sydney Football Stadium.
That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we just come off. I think the biggest learning season for us, the biggest growing season for us, was 2002, because we
Wooden Spoon,
our side
was that Wooden Spoon?
We were second last. It was the year that the Bulldogs got relegated.
That's right. Okay.
So that was the only reason why we got pushed up to second last. So, but 2002, we had a very similar side to the one that won it the following year, but we were just on the wrong end of so many games.
Yeah.
So many close games.
Which people who don't realise it happens.
Yeah.
Like just an inch away from being.
Yeah, and it was. I just remember that year. I just felt like crying because I just thought, man, what do we need to do to get over this little hump? Because we're competing with the top sides, but we just can't. We were losing games in the last few seconds of the games.
Maybe it's because you and Joey Nolavau, the Hair Bear boys, grew your hair.
Yeah.
And he told me a story that he didn't realise you were growing your hair.
No.
And you both got back from off season or something. You both had long hair.
Yeah. It wasn't planned or
No.
anything. Yeah, by me or Joey. And I remember the first day back in pre-season training. He walked in and I walked in, to the kitchen at the complex. And I walked in and I saw him.
The muffins and Vegemite.
I took some cereal, some Nutri-Grain.
Yeah. Say the boy had me on drill, but you can't take me on drill out the boy.
No, we used to, we ate really well at the complex. Yeah, and Joey walked in and I walked in and I saw Joey was growing his hair and, he saw I was growing my hair and we just thought, oh, you know what, we'll let it go, see what happens.
Oh, it was amazing. It was a fantastic for marketing.
Yeah.
But everyone, was Johnny Lang's first year 2002?
2.
Okay, so that was this year you come without any luck, and then all of a sudden everyone's a year older, and in that grand final against the Roosters, who were heavy favourites, everything just clicked. Everything just seemed to click. I mean, Luke Pritters played the game of his life.
Yeah.
Luke Rooney, the game of his life. Scotty Sattler's tackle. You and the forwards. Tell us what you remember most about the different stages of 2003's grand final.
Well, when that
I
was
didn't
a
know
feeling.
I didn't know until 5 minutes to go, but and that was when
we were quietly confident that we were going to do it. We were going to do the job. It was just a matter of us getting out there and doing it. But you could just feel the calmness through our whole side throughout the whole week. I couldn't believe how relaxed we were leading up to a grand final, and for all of us except for Prito. It was our first grand finals.
Prito was the only one who'd played one before.
Yeah, so Prito played for Broncos in 2000, I think it was.
2000?
Yeah, they won
Roosters.
it. Yeah, against Roosters. And so he was the only player that experienced grand final before. But yeah, we got this whole side. But that goes back to, what we were building through 2002. And I think because we went through all those hard times with those games, it brought us closer together as a group. And then, we just felt that was our moment. When it got to the grand final week, it was just a matter of us going out there, being patient, doing our job, and, getting that win. So it was a...
What do you remember about the celebrations after it?
Oh, it was nuts. I can't believe how quick everything goes.
I know.
It's such a blur
because it's a night grand final.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not back at the club till midnight.
Yeah.
Or after.
I remember running into you.
Yeah.
I remember running into you. I think you ripped my sleeves off. and you were giving out cigars or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember I ran into you, which was it was so good seeing you there. I saw my brother Frank and Lino,
Salafy?
Salafy, and but just seeing
The town.
yeah, the town,
Oh,
mate.
then we went back to the.
I've never seen anything like
No.
it. You know, like
You don't.
we had to go the long way to come into Mulgoa Road because they closed it off.
Oh.
So people were just out on the streets, and then when we arrived into the car park, it was just manic. It was crazy.
I remember being with you guys somewhere in the morning. I don't know whose house it was, but a bus picked us up, like a charter bus. Like one they picked up.
The one that Gowie and that hijacked.
Yeah, and then we went to the Peachtree.
Yeah.
For all day.
Yeah, that's
great.
right. Yeah,
It's awesome
Yeah.
times, man.
Yeah, it was-
The best thing about winning a comp is that they can't take it off you.
yeah,
And there's so many good players who have played our game
Yeah.
that haven't had that opportunity.
yeah.
That's why you don't take it for granted.
Yeah, well, what's crazy is that me and Prito before every game, because we used to get so much strapping, so we would go in at the same time. Probably an hour before warm up and that to start on strapping. And while we were in there, because I was so superstitious with my footy, I would never wear new boots or anything like that, and especially in big games
Yep.
like that. And I remember me and Prito sitting there getting strapped, and he pulls out these new Asics boots, and I was like, "Oh,
Brand newies.
you wearing those today?" And he goes, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Mate, I'm going to set up 2 tries. I'm going to score one myself, and I'm going to get man of the match."
Wow.
And I was like, the only thing he got wrong was that he said he would set up me and Joey for the tries. That was the only thing he got wrong. I couldn't believe it. I told him a couple of years back, I think we had an old boys day. And I don't think he can remember. He goes, "I don't remember saying that." I said, "Mate,
You remember?
I'm dead set.
So it happened.
I'm serious. I remember you clearly saying, because I remember him saying, "I'll set you and Joey up for a try. I'll score one myself, and I'll get man of the match." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be nice."
Oh, he's had such a great year. It was such a great year to watch. I mean, I remember seeing Brandy on the sideline with Johnny Lang after the game, and it was just the passion that I saw with him, because we were back at my house watching the game because it was Megan and my wife's birthday.
Oh, okay.
And once she's won, we always went, "See us, we're off to the club." And Megs was, I think, 2005. She had Mav, who would have been 3 or 4, and
Yeah.
Kennedy was 3.
Wow.
So she had 4 kids at home. I'll see you in 2 days, babe. She said, "Mark, get back here, it's my birthday." So Panthers just won the comp. No, it was
Well,
great
it was
time.
the first time, yeah.
The town was just, it was manic. It was so good to be part of it. And it's so good to be part of what we've seen in the last 4 years. I mean, my rationale is that it's going to be very hard for them, and I don't think they can win a comp playing out of Parramatta Stadium.
Yeah,
You know how good
yeah.
our Penrith Park is,
Yeah.
that's your extra.
It's just different.
It's
yeah.
different. Like
It's just different.
It's just different. And
Yeah.
if they I think a lot of people underestimated how good they were last year to get what they did. Like really, because they came in last after 12 rounds,
Yeah.
and then they just went and they're playing out of a ground that's not yours.
It's not yours. So you're basically playing away the whole
You're playing
year.
away. That's why I think this year though. I don't think they'll win the comp this year, but next year, give them the trophy now.
Yeah.
Their first one back at home.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's coming
Actually-
along well.
Yeah. Okay, competition time. We've got an exciting giveaway to announce, courtesy of our good friends at EliteBet. You and a friend could be joining us in the EliteBet corporate suite to watch the defending premiers, the Brisbane Broncos, taking on the Sydney Roosters for what will be one of the games of the season. It's round 9, Saturday night on the 2nd of May. For a chance to win, follow Life in 5 and EliteBet on social media throughout the season, and we'll be giving away a pair of tickets for every episode that drops. Stay tuned. Let's go to your next photo, Mr. T. This is explain. This is all. This is fantastic. It gives me goosebumps before you even said anything.
So this was my last day with my old man before he passed. This was 2010, and I was about to head back to England for pre-season training. And those are my 3 boys. They
Wow.
were young boys then. And I was just saying goodbye to Dad because he couldn't make it to the airport because he was starting to get. He had at that when I got back from after my first year in England, we came back for a holiday and he had a stroke in that time. So that was the first time that
Jesus.
he started to get sick. And then they said that he needed to have triple bypass surgery. And so this, you can't really see there, but I'm bawling my eyes out saying goodbye to the old man.
Of course, man.
And then, and then I didn't come home for 2 years. So the following year,
So you didn't come home in 2011?
No.
Stayed over there?
So we decided to do a trip to America. So we went to the US, me and my wife and boys, and decided to spend Christmas and New Year's with her family over in the States.
Okay.
Yeah, so I missed out on coming back home. And then the following, I think it was early 2012, Joe and the boys came back mid-year because we had some flights, in the contract and that. So they came back, and I wasn't due to come back back home until December 2012, and then Dad passed away in October.
Wow.
October.
So you didn't see him. This is the last time you saw him.
Yeah. So this was the last time I saw him.
Jesus.
Yeah. So.
So how old was Dad when he passed?
He was only 69.
Yeah.
Yeah, very young.
Very young.
Very young.
Today's, especially when the science and technology is on our side these days, so many things. And it's good to have your three boys in that photo. Have you got this on the wall at home or something? This is a beautiful photo. I love it.
Yeah, well, the boys are growing up now, and they're all they all finished school and stuff, but all still at home.
How good is it? Stay there.
Yeah.
I don't care how long you stay for.
Get married and have your kids.
Have
and
your
stay.
kids. Get a granny flat out the back. Yeah, we're similar. We're very similar.
Yeah.
I've got two grandkids, and anytime, any chance I get, I tell the kids to come over, and
that's the best.
Just that's what you live for.
I know that time's probably nearing as well. Where the grandkids will be around soon. So yeah,
that's the best feeling.
You
know how good it is to have kids.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, there's no worry with grandkids because Pooey Nappy give them back.
And you bring them over.
Want some chocolate? There you go. That's our mum and dad. That's the best.
So you can spoil the heck out of them.
Spoil the heck out of them. That's true.
Yeah.
That's our circle of life.
Yeah.
That's a great photo, big boy. That's an emotional one. Let's get to one here with you and your current fantastic family. Looks like, is this Bali?
No, so this is in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
And that's where your wife's from.
No.
Where's she from?
So she's Filipino background, but we met at school here. John Paul
Marion.
Yeah, Marion.
John Paul II, Jan Davies.
Yeah, so JD. So we met at John Paul II,
so
97.
You were honestly school...
Yeah, high school sweethearts.
High school sweethearts. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I had to wait my time because she was with
another guy.
Yeah, another guy at the time. So I was just like,
What year was
maybe
this?
It's not. That was 96. I started at John Paul II.
Okay, so just the year I met you.
Yeah.
I met you in 97.
97. Yeah, that's when I started going out with Joe.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
So why does this photo mean so much to you, brother? Because the kids are what age here? And
so this is. I think this was 17. So my eldest Tyler.
So 9 years ago.
Yeah. So he was 17 at the time.
And Tyler's tall now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like 6'5" or something.
Caden's the tallest. The middle one.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 20. But he's like 6'5", 6. Yeah. Something to.
And basketball. Who's the one of the basketball?
Yeah, it's Caden.
Okay, yeah.
Caden's the one that was playing basketball. So, but yeah, that's basically just representing my family and the why and what gets you up every day.
The why, man.
Yeah,
everyone's
what
got
keeps you going.
Yeah. So when you no one gives you a manual on being a dad. Like obviously when we are younger and we're fancy free, and all of a sudden you retire from the sport you love, and but the bills are still going to be paid.
Yeah, that's it.
And these opportunities when you work your ass off.
Yeah.
To take the family away on treasured moments.
Well, that's it.
That's everything, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's so important to me because Joe was there from the start.
Literally
with my career, and supporting me all the way through, and then so now we're doing everything together, and it's
Which one out of the three boys is most likely to give you a grandkid first?
I'd say probably Tyler, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
How old are you boys now?
So Tyler's 25.
Yep.
Caden's 20, and Elijah's 18.
Yeah, Elijah's going to be the one.
Yeah. And he's the one that doesn't have a girlfriend at the moment.
Guess what?
I said, mate,
First grandkid.
things go really quick, son. Really quick.
Oh man, they were awesome photos. They represent you so well because you're a very humble man.
No,
you're a very
thanks,
modest kid. You were a modest kid. You're a modest man because you've had a fantastic rugby league career.
Yeah.
You just had a sensational career, and
Thanks.
you one of the most powerful forwards in the game when you played, and you never gave yourself a pat in the back. And that was maybe from your dad. You don't know. It might have been for him never doing that. But I'm giving you a big one because you're one of the top 3 most powerful forwards I've ever played with or against. So now it's time for a bit of, but wait, there's more. There's 5 questions too I want to ask you. This is sponsored by our great mates at Elite Bet. Thank you, Fisky and the guys. First question is, who helped you most when you were finding your feet in first grade?
It's the man sitting across from me. Yeah,
Really?
100%.
Why? Why did I?
Well, it was just how welcoming you were. And you gave us time. You know, you always made time for us. You would always come over and speak to us. You know, coming into first grade, you don't really, or during those times, you know, no one really gives you a leg up or helps you in.
It's
in
a tough
much.
business, isn't it?
It's tough coming through, and so that's why I was really grateful for yourself, and you know the Seals. You remember the Seals?
Yeah.
You had Fuss, Morv.
Yep.
Morv.
Morv, man.
Chase Williams was there at the time. Yeah.
We had a good. It was a good vibe.
Yeah, it was
In that '98 season when Brandy'd come back.
Yeah, Brandy come back.
I was there,
yourself
and
there.
it was kind of gave me, him, and Royce that yesteryear
Yeah,
feel,
yeah.
but with a modern look on things because all these kids are coming through from Mount Druitt.
Yeah, that's it.
It was awesome to see.
That's it. And you were like that big brother that we needed, you know, around the place, and you know, just to help us get through.
Fuck, we had fun.
Oh man, it was so good. Well, I can't
laughed
believe you and Simo and they planned their whole thing,
Mate.
I knew because it was unusual. I just thought, oh, Sati, what's wrong with you, man?
Game day.
Why do you always want to fight?
Game day.
Game day.
And we used to say, God, he must be like, he's loopy.
Yeah.
But I was in on it.
But it was it
got
did.
you up, it revved you up.
got me going.
Because you were one of them guys who, you know, and Polynesian players back then in the late 90s were renowned as, you know, not as aggressive.
No.
Because you had a different
nature.
Your nature's
nature.
different, but
You raised different.
differently.
And it was always about, you know.
And you were a kid, you're 18.
Staying humble.
you were 18 years of age, don't forget. Like you're a baby.
Yeah, I was.
Did you play any reserve grade game? Any reserve?
Yeah, so 97 I played, I think Len Stacker was the coach of reserves, and I played 4 games under him.
Okay.
And then I debuted.
First grade? Yeah, you were awesome.
I debuted against you guys over at...
in Perth?
In Perth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my first ever game.
Did I play?
Yeah, you played that game. you
I
beat us.
remember. Oh, we beat you. We did too.
Yeah, you beat us.
Yeah, I had to get you.
Skull.
Oh,
Good man.
Speak my Holland. What a great man. Miss you, brother.
Yeah.
What's the one habit that kept you in the NRL year after year?
Just, I guess, the work ethic, discipline, because it's.
Did it get better as you got older, do you think? Or was it always there, just wanted to come out? Because I always thought you were always a great trainer.
Yeah.
Like you would always, we did the 1K time trials and you were always in the top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So did you realise quickly that you had to be fit to be a good player? Like God-given talent was great.
Yeah.
But fitness is number 1.
Yeah, well, I went to, you know, the school that I went to, the senior high school that I went to, I learned so much in how to be
John Paul too.
Yeah.
At Marion.
How to be a professional there. You know, we had our principal, Michael Carr, he had a lot to do with my career, mine and Frank's career. He actually negotiated our first ever contracts with Penrith.
Wow.
Because we didn't have a manager at the time. So MC was the one that he was so instrumental in that, and you had JD there, and Billy Dowers was our coach.
Billy Dowers. I played against Billy as a kid.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he played with St. Pat's.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Billy Dowers.
Yeah, and it was, you know, like I had the same attitude going towards the school training and that. I'd come up, I'd turn up late, and then they would cut you from the side and say you're playing reserves, and then I'll be like, what?
Realize
I shouldn't
quickly.
be playing reserves.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be playing reserves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I learned so much about that. How to.
And then other clubs, and then other players come to your club who you learn off, don't you?
Yeah.
As well, like I remember when in the late '80s, we had Chris Mortimer and Peter Kelly come to the club, and just watching them
Yeah.
bring 2 sets of boots,
Yeah.
bring a towel, have a shower,
Yeah.
just stuff like that we never did. We'd get out of there as quick as we could.
Yeah,
to get
that's
home.
it. Yeah.
But just watch. It's just it's amazing.
Yeah, well, we had Gaff, I think Gaff.
Nigel Gaffey?
Yeah, Nigel Gaffey
Yeah.
come over, and Sati was over there. And they kind of just took that fitness training to another level. Remember the bike that we used to do?
Oh, man. Man. No,
was
I had the
torture.
rowers the worst.
Yeah,
The rower.
The rower.
Oh, far out.
Bales.
Yeah,
Bales.
Bales.
Bales used to, he used to own that gym over at
Emerson?
Minchbury.
Oh,
Minchinbury.
So he was at Eminem first.
Oh, was he?
So back in the mid-'80s,
Oh, okay.
as a 16, 17-year-old,
Yeah.
I'd go there with Mark
You
Carroll.
were going there.
with Spud. And then he got the jump one at Mitchell.
Yeah,
we'd go
Minchinbury.
there.
Yeah.
It was
So the sign-in desk at the front of the
Foyer.
gym, he used to put the rower right there, and he goes, "You have to do your rowing right here."
One
And everyone
week,
trying to scan to come into the gym. And here I
he
am
was so
rowing
good.
there.
He was so good.
He was awesome.
Dennis Bailey.
Yeah, Bales.
What's the toughest moment of your career, do you think?
Probably. I think there wasn't too many. Like I know I'm a big believer in everything happening for a reason. So all the tough times that we had to go through to get to the ultimate, winning the grand final. Yeah, that was all part of the journey. But I think there was a time when I was leaving Penrith to go over to England.
What year was that?
That was 2008. So 2008 was my last year in the NRL.
Yep.
And I think that was probably the hardest at that point because I was leaving something that I was so used to.
Yeah, you're going to the
I was so
unknown in England, aren't you?
comfortable.
Yeah. Different. Everything's different.
Yeah.
Weather.
Well, I was talking to a few other clubs. I think I was talking to Cronulla at the time and Bulldogs. And then I think I made the decision not to go to those clubs because
Didn't want to play against
they were
Penrith.
too far away.
Oh, really?
And I didn't want to play against Penrith because the deal at that time was to go over there mid-season, or it was the start of the
Who was
season.
coaching Penrith then?
Matty Elliott.
Matty Elliott.
Yeah.
Yep.
Matty E. So, but I just couldn't do it. Like it was different back in those days. I felt that I couldn't do the preseason with all the guys that I was doing it with your brothers. You know, you go to war with,
Especially travelling.
and then all of a sudden you're playing against them. I just couldn't do it. So, and then I ended up signing over in England, and I just
Well, was it St Helens first?
yeah, St Helens.
Yeah.
So I
That's
went over
good.
to
What
St
about the
Helens.
crowd over there?
Oh,
The-
it was so
the
good.
fans.
Couldn't believe it. When I first went over there, I mean, my first game was in the snow. Was against Widnes. It was just a friendly match, but just the chants that were going
amazing.
on. I was just sitting there on the bench, just blown away. I've
that's the
never
best.
seen anything like
That's
it.
the best.
So, it was just so good.
I'm taking out the grand final because that's number one. But is there a moment other than the grand final in your career that still gives you goosebumps when you think about it today? Could it be the first time you represented? Is
I
it
think-
the first time you heard your name out for the Kiwi team.
Yeah, I think it was. It would have to be, being named or being told that you're playing first grade.
That's
for
big.
the first time.
That's big.
Yeah, and I still remember that moment. Simo called, and I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was Simo. I thought someone was
Someone's
playing a trick because I was a youngin and coming into first grade and
Were you 17 when you debuted?
yeah 17.
17,
I was still at
wow.
school. So
It's amazing.
I just thought it was all part of the journey of playing first grade. My plans was always to maybe play mid-20s and things like that. And then got the phone
17.
call when I was 17. I was getting ready for school, I think.
Put your tie on.
Simmo said, no, you got to come to train. I was like, oh, okay.
You're getting ready for you. You're writing your order down for for recess.
Yeah,
2 big
sausage
roll,
roll.
pie, Coke, chocolate milk, and a wagon wheel.
Yeah, so it was, that was a special moment. And, obviously getting selected for the Kiwis the following year.
Massive.
And then talk about, professionals, you learn so much. Who you learn so much of. Steve Kearney was my first roomie.
Yeah, what a legend.
My first roomie.
Wow.
It was so good. I just, looking at the things that he was doing to prepare himself for the week and, for the games, it was an amazing experience. And he gave me his boots to play in, so I debuted on my test in Mooks's
That's awesome.
boots. So, yeah.
Right, I've got a hypothetical for you. How would your 2003 side, do you think, go against the current Panthers side with the dynasty we've just seen? Wow. Obviously, we always, let's put a caveat in there that's always different, different times, different places, different rules. But so you played with the same rules as 2003.
Yeah.
How would they go against the current boys?
Well, like you said, the game's so different now.
Because I think 91 will beat fucking both of yous.
Well, that's it. And it's hard to compare because,
No, I don't.
like different games, different
Of course.
eras.
Well, let's look at the current rules. The 6 to go rule. Imagine someone like Preston Campbell playing that and Reece Wessels
that's
up the middle of 6 to go.
And those guys were lightning.
They were lightning. Like Preston was bad enough with normal rules.
Yeah.
Let alone 6 to go rules when you don't know where he is.
6 to go.
Wow.
So, and, I like...
the game is so much faster now.
Yeah, that's it.
And I think even I don't know when it's going to stop, T, how big they're getting.
I know.
Like, remember at school, and even me being, I'm, 15 years older than you. When you go to a school, someone come to your school and you go, okay, well, there's their bus. There's their halfback. There's their wingers. There's their props.
Yeah.
Now they get off. The halfback 6'7".
I know.
They're giants, these guys.
Yeah.
Lockie Galvin's 6'5".
And you got front rowers.
The front rowers who
being
are
able to play 80 minutes.
80 minutes in this current game.
Well, that was
like Payne
like
Haas,
I said, like
Hakeem Haas.
It's so hard to compare, and I love the current team. It's our club.
It is our club.
It's our team.
Yeah.
So I'm always in full support of them, and and I'm biased. Call me biased, but I'll always back my 03 side. With like I said,
of course you've got to.
It's such a hard thing.
Well, that's the only answer you can. That's the only answer you can give.
Yeah,
like really, that's the only answer you can give. What about if a question without notice? I'm going to ask you 2 questions. If you were going out to war right now, and you had to bring 2 of your teammates to stand alongside you, who would they be?
Ooh, I'll take just because of what they did in our side, I'd probably go with Gowie for one.
Piglet. No, you've got to have him. You've got to have Pig. Man.
He was
you and him kind of mirrored each other's careers.
Yeah.
Both young, 17, first graders, you know, put on a pedestal pretty quick, but didn't let it go to your head.
But just, some of the things.
Tough, man.
That time when he compound fracture of his finger in Newcastle and he wanted to play on, and so they just strapped it up and he just kept playing.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. So he would be one, and I think I can't go past my other roomie after you was Satsy.
Satsy, yeah. Shamrock.
Yeah.
Mate, I think he's going to be good at Titans. I think with him and Josh Hannay up there, I think, because he's a good operator.
Yeah.
And he's a very transparent dude.
Yeah,
and I think that's going to be why the Titans will go pretty well this year.
Yeah. I think
we'll see.
Part of their training is to punch on with each other.
Or and then sunbake with no shirt on. And then the Sats would do. Tony Puletua, love you, brother. You know that. You're like a younger brother to me. This has been your Life in 5. And
thanks, brother.
Thanks to our good mates at Lily Pilly, a couple of nice reds here. that you and Joe will get stuck into tonight, eh?
Oh, I'm sure she'll polish them both.
Joe, give him some. Thanks, brother. Hey, thanks for
No, I appreciate
your time is valuable, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, MG.